Hey everyone, Anthony Fantano here, internet's busiest music nerd. Hope you're doing well. Looking for a place to spit my gum. Done found it. All right, guys, this is a bit of a numerical video over here featuring a blog who we have talked about on the channel here before, talking about which rapper is the most self-obsessed or references themselves the most in song. We found out in that video. Spoiler, it was Nicki Minaj. We're going to link it at the end of this video. You should check it out, though. It's still a good video. We're heading back to this blog, Ben's Big Blog, where he collects a lot of statistics on music, mostly on hip-hop and hip-hop albums. He did an awesome and excellent culmination of all of the lyrics on the new Eminem record, if you're interested in that, sort of deciphering what things he's kind of rapping about and referencing the most on this new record. But as I have reported previously on this channel, hip-hop and R&B have really dominated the charts this year in a big way, surpassing not only rock, that is kind of on the downturn right now, but also pop music and country music, of course. And now that we have 12 full months of the Billboard charts out, we can really truly get the full picture of that. And according to Ben's blog, according to all the numbers that he's pulled together here, hip-hop has surpassed pop by 227 weeks in 2017. Now, the way he came to that number is, as he highlights over here, hip-hop spent 744 weeks in the Billboard Top 20 in 2017 out of a possible 280 weeks, 20 positions per week multiplied by 52. Multiply that by 2 because he's also counting singles. So you can see through the chart right here, just by the numbers, 744 weeks from hip-hop to pop's 517. It's the most dominant genre by far right now. And what's interesting is you have acts that are not only on, I guess, kind of the poppier, simpler, more kind of trap, lowest common denominator side in a way, kind of dominating on the charts, but simultaneously, you also have Damn being one of the biggest hip-hop records of the year that contributed largely to how many weeks hip-hop dominated some of the top spots on the chart. Let's move on from here, because this is a huge margin of growth in 2017 from 2016, because Ben observes over here, as we're going to go further down, let's see, because he breaks it all down. Weeks spent at number 1 albums and singles. So, you know, just number 1 songs, just number 1 albums. Hip-hop 35 to pop's 30, reggaeton 15, because Despacito was a huge track. Rock 7, One More Light apparently was one of the records there too of note that kind of dominated the number 1 spot as far as a rock album. Starboy, R&B. Moving on from there, we had the 50 Shades Darker soundtrack. Here we go. So here's some of the 2016 numbers versus the 2017 numbers. Now, damn, man, like hip-hop last year, 2016, spent 327 weeks occupying spots in the Billboard Top 20. Okay, again, 2016, Billboard Top 20, 327 weeks. Now we go to 2017, it's 744 friggin' weeks. That's a massive increase. Of course, pop's downturn is not as dramatic as hip-hop's upturn, but even looking at some of the cultural shifts going on here, rock is actually slightly on the upturn. Looks like rock has spent a little bit more time in the Billboard Top 20 and Top 10 in 2017 than it did in 2016. However, electronic seems to be on the downturn. R&B seems to be slightly on the downturn, as well as country. Rap is just dominating in a big way right now. It's dominating in a huge way. I just wanted to show you the guys those statistics really quickly. I mean, these numbers are pretty significant. And I guess also keep in mind, what does this mean for the future of all these genres, the future of rap right now? I mean, if rap could have this dramatic of an upturn, can it have as equally a dramatic downturn? I don't know. I mean, I guess that's possible, but I don't necessarily see that being the case anytime soon. I think in order for any of these trends to change, we would need some newer sounds, some newer artists, and newer trends kind of coming out of these other competing genres that are going to kind of change the tide. But I don't foresee that happening, or at least there's no bubblings up of that occurring this year that would carry us over into a larger showing of rock records, a larger showing of pop records in 2018. One of the biggest pop records of last year, Taylor Swift's new album. I mean, that record, as big as it was, I mean, Taylor Swift is really in the second act of her career right now, you know, and eventually will be going into the third act of her career. She's not a fresh young face who is kind of pushing the envelope and bringing new sounds, bringing new ideas to the table. She's an established artist who is very much functioning in the industry like an established artist does. A lot of these rappers who are coming up, putting the numbers up on the boards, their careers are relatively fresh, and they are bringing some really fresh ideas as well. And I think that has a great deal to do with what we're seeing as far as rap success going from 2016 to 2017. It's been really interesting sort of reviewing music in this decade and kind of slowly seeing that sea change occur, because even before this, what we're seeing right now as far as the Billboard numbers was the case, I was slowly starting to see more and more people sort of requesting more rap reviews of me, and I was like, okay, you know, I like rap music. I will sort of feed that request, and it's sort of been interesting to sort of see that again, that sea change, that cultural shift happening, and I think a lot of cool stuff has come out of it, you know. But yeah, here are the numbers, guys. Here are the numbers. And again, it is a dramatic, huge, gigantic shift in terms of people's listening habits. It'll be interesting to see exactly what the 2018 charts are going to look like, considering, you know, and what's happened here, keeping these charts in mind. Because honestly, I think hip-hop, as big as it is and as dramatic as the rise was from last year to this year, I think honestly there's more room to grow, especially with a lot of these underground and very obscure SoundCloud artists coming up right now, who I think the bigger some of them get, that scene I think is still primed to pop and really kind of explode onto the charts, into the mainstream in a big way. And I think, you know, as far as some of these other genres here, they definitely have potential, and there's always an opportunity for them to come back as well. But I think, you know, the youth right now is identifying and relating and enjoying a lot of the rebellious, refreshing, and really aggressive and hard-hitting sounds that are coming out of this genre right now. And I think if other genres want to compete for that same audience, they've got to do the same. So I'm going to leave it at that, guys. A link to Ben's big blog is down there in the description box. Hope you enjoyed this video. Hope you guys found these statistics enlightening. And I will catch you in the next one. All right? See ya.